It's a health story that highlights the randomness of infection and the will to fight back when all seems lost. Moses Chan is a 37-year-old single father who went to hospital with flu-like symptoms and slipped into a coma. He woke up to learn both his hands and feet would have to be amputated. Amazingly, he's managed to stay positive. His journey is one of hope and inspiration. And a warning, although the images you're about to see are important to the story, they may be upsetting to some members of your family. Here's Jeff Hastings.
The ketchup, su lemon.
Yeah.
Moses is learning to live without hands.
Okay, let me do it.
And feet. Once taken for granted, the simplest tasks now need intense concentration. It's a slow and difficult process. He's a single father whose entire existence changed dramatically last Christmas Day.
Sunday I felt really sick. That week I'd been having the flu and I thought it was just a normal flu, but I realized soon that this was much more than a regular flu.
Worried, he went to a doctor and was sent home, told to rest. It wasn't long before he collapsed, quickly finding himself back at Vancouver General Hospital going into emergency surgery.
When they put me under for that was the last thing I remember. Then I woke up, I think about 10 or 14 days later from a coma that I had been in.
The nurse taking care of him told me that he may not have the chance to survive. So I was so afraid.
Moses was in septic shock, his blood poisoned by Streptococcus bacteria.
I stayed there every day and saw the hand dry up bit by bit, from the tip to the hand and to the wrist and so on, and also from the legs, from the toe.
Moses woke up with no idea what had happened.
When I looked at my hands and feet, they were black. And I thought, oh my God, what is wrong with me?
The treatment that saved his life concentrated blood in his vital organs, pulling it away from his extremities. Clots further restricted blood flow. His limbs died still attached to his body. There was no choice but to amputate.
I sort of realized that it wasn't going to be saved, and that I would have to likely amputate my hands and feet. I wasn't surprised, but it was still an awful thing to hear.
A healthy man had gone from walking to a wheelchair and mentally to a dark place, his worry not just for himself.
Half of my thoughts were on my son Miles, and that I was a single dad and I didn't know what would become of my son, right? Would I be able to be a good father to him still?
Several months were spent in Vancouver's GF Strong Rehabilitation Centre. His recovery a battle he was strong enough to win. He came home to his son in July, finding himself dependent on the boy in a way that most fathers aren't.
Plug, turn on the light, help him build stuff.
Moses would need less help with more advanced prosthetics. He dreams of electric hands, but unable to work the nearly $100,000 cost is impossible without a lot of help.
I know that it will never be like a real human hand.
Like in Star Wars?
Like in Luke Skywalker, right? Yeah. But I hope one day that I will be able to hold my son's hand with that prosthetic device and be more and do more.
And if you'd like to help Moses, we've provided a link on our website where you can find more information. That's globaltvbc.com. Just click on links in the news, and we wish him well in his recovery.